In the past, God spoke to our forefathers through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word.
Traveling still further out of the solar system, at a distance of 778 million kilometers from the Sun, we encounter the giant planets of the solar system. The Earth is dwarfed in size compared to these planets, as we will clearly see. Sweeping around the giant gas planet like an all-seeing cyclopean eye, the great red spot of Jupiter has fascinated mankind for generations. It is indeed a vast feature, though to our eyes it is dwarfed by the size of Jupiter. In fact, 2 whole planets the size of the Earth could be dropped into the spot without touching the edges. The entire surface area of the red spot is the same size as the surface area of our entire world. The spot is oval in shape, with a length which varies from 30,000 to 40,000 kilometers and a fairly constant width of 15,000 kilometers. Once, Jupiter was known only as the solar system's largest planet, veiled and banded with colored clouds, marked by a huge strange red spot, encircled by 4 large moons and a number of tiny ones. Now, it's as if we had never known this planet before, due to the many stunning discoveries that have been made by unmanned space probes. Jupiter takes almost 12 years to make its way around the Sun once, and has a day of only 9 hours and 50 minutes. The gravitational pull at the surface of the planet is so great that if a person could stand on Jupiter, they would experience the pull of gravity over twice that of on the Earth. A person weighing 70 kilograms on the Earth would weigh over 163 kilograms on Jupiter. Astronomers have long been fascinated by the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter. Today the names Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto join Mercury, Venus, the Earth, the Moon, and Mars in the astronomers' list of planetary-sized bodies. Ganymede is the largest satellite in the solar system, larger than Mercury and Pluto, and only slightly smaller than Mars. It could easily be classified as a planet if it were orbiting the Sun rather than Jupiter. Jupiter's moon Ganymede has a salty underground ocean with more water than the Earth. Callisto is the second largest of this planet's known satellites. It is the 3rd largest moon in the solar system and is similar in size to the planet Mercury. Callisto orbits just beyond Jupiter's main radiation belt and is the outermost of the Galilean moons, the 4 largest moons of Jupiter. The surface of Callisto is the most heavily cratered body in our solar system. The largest crater on Callisto is nearly 4,000 kilometers across. Europa is the smallest of Jupiter's 4 large moons, but it is one of the more intriguing satellites. The surface of Europa is frozen, covered with a layer of ice, leading scientists to believe there is a very active ocean beneath the surface. The icy surface also makes this moon one of the most reflective in the solar system. The surface of Europa is covered with cracks. Many believe these cracks are the result of tidal forces on the ocean beneath the surface. Io is slightly larger than the Earth's moon and is the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Plumes of sulfur spew upward as high as 300 kilometers. Io's surface temperature averages about negative 95 degrees Celsius, resulting in the formation of sulfur dioxide snowfields. But Io's volcanoes can reach 1600 degrees Celsius, so Io is often referred to as a celestial body of fire and ice. Io's volcanic activity is a result of Io being stretched and squeezed as it orbits Jupiter. Io's rock surface bulges up and down by as much as 100 meters during the process due to Jupiter's strong gravitational pull. Because Jupiter's atmosphere is composed primarily of hydrogen, helium, methane, and ammonia, there is little likelihood that life could exist here.
Now faith is being sure of what we hoped for and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible.
Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest planet in the solar system. Its radius is about 9 times that of Earth. Saturn is big enough to hold more than 760 Earths. Saturn turns on its axis once every 10 hours and 34 minutes, giving it the second shortest day of any of the solar system's planets. Saturn takes about 29.4 Earth years to go around the Sun once. Saturn is made mostly of hydrogen, which exists in layers that get denser farther into the planet. The yellow and gold bands seen in Saturn's atmosphere are the result of superfast winds in the upper atmosphere, which can reach up to 1,800 kilometers per hour around its equator. Saturn's most recent curiosity may be the giant hexagon circling its north pole, with each of its sides nearly 12,500 kilometers across. It's big enough to fit nearly 4 Earths inside. Saturn is best known for its fabulous ring system. Its prominent ring system consists of 9 continuous main rings and 3 discontinuous arcs composed mostly of ice particles with a smaller amount of rocky debris and dust. The rings stretch out more than 120,700 kilometers from the planet, but are amazingly thin, only about 20 meters thick. The rings of Saturn are composed of billions of icy particles, ranging in size from tiny grains to kilometers across. There are 14 major divisions in Saturn's rings, 12 rings and 2 gaps. Saturn has at least 150 moons and moonlets, 53 of which have formal names. All are frozen worlds. The largest moons are Titan and Rhea. Titan, Saturn's largest moon and the second largest in the solar system, is larger than the planet Mercury and is the only moon in the solar system to have a substantial atmosphere. It is composed mostly of water ice and rock. Its frozen surface has lakes of liquid methane and landscapes covered with frozen nitrogen. Enceladus is the 6th largest moon of Saturn, and it's largely an icy world. Enceladus shows evidence of ice volcanism spewing out water and other chemicals from the 101 geysers spotted at the moon's southern pole. Saturn's moons can possess bizarre features.